everybody, it is Jenny here, and I came across this week an interview that I just saw on a thumbnail on YouTube of the Brown family. It was somewhere during like season one, because it was sort of like introducing them, and must have been part of their press tour. It was the Joy Behar show, which I didn't know was a show. I know she's on The View, but I didn't know she had a show. Apparently, maybe there still is a show, or maybe it was short-lived and that's why I didn't know about it. So she had interviewed them, and I just found, wow, there were a couple things in it that just struck me that I thought, let's talk about it a little bit.
No, why?
Let's just go ahead and start looking at it and we'll talk about it.
So the first question is, how come you can do this? Okay, how about you, Barry? Good answer. Is he this quiet around all of you? Yeah, it's amazing.
Here, the Brown family, who was previously briefed about this press tour that they were going on when they went to New York, and they were going on the Today Show and here and there and everywhere else, apparently the Joy Behar show. And the very first question, Kody couldn't answer. This takes me back to that Good Morning America show, because the very first question on that show, he couldn't answer. He sat there speechless in silence. Oh, I'll have to find it, won't I? Okay, I'll see if I can find it and I'll insert it here.
Your dad was not a polygamist, so what led you down this path? What made you choose polygamy?
It's just, I know the answer. My brain and my mouth wouldn't connect. I just didn't know what to say. I was like, Janelle, you know the answer, don't you? Why are you a polygamist? Oh, shoot. It was faith-based. It was just part of a faith belief, and I followed through with it, and this is kind of where it landed.
So here's the same thing. First question, simple question, basic question. This is the whole premise of why you, Kody, said you're doing the show, was to show people that polygamy should be decriminalized because we are all not being harmful to children and women. This was supposed to show a normal family who happened to live polygamy. I'm not even part of the family, part of the religion, part of the show, part of anything. And that just came off the top of my head. Clueless. Clueless, sat in silence. You can hear Robyn just laughing in the background at him. Probably the other wives were all laughing too, to cover for the uncomfortable silence. Joy eventually has to say, anybody else? Anybody? He can't handle this question.
They've determined that it's more or less, at this point, a lifestyle choice.
Okay, I don't know if in the press briefing that was the actual answer he was supposed to come up with, because to just say, oh, well, we know it's illegal, but it's a lifestyle choice. You can't have a lifestyle choice that's illegal.
Duh.
He should have said it's part of the doctrine of our religion, so therefore it is couched in that and protected under being a religious practice, as long as, and then explain how that's not who your family is, and that's what the show is about, to show that you're just an everyday family you would not recognize on the street, them being any different from anybody else. I don't have to go through this. There's so many ways you can go about answering this question, and should just say, well, we basically decided it's a lifestyle choice. Deciding to fund your family based on robbing a bank every night, or going to the local store and just taking things off the shelves and then saying, well, it's our lifestyle choice. This is what we choose. Oh my goodness, this is where society's going, isn't it? You can't just say, it is this because I want it to be that, and then it becomes that. We start fires in the forest every weekend. It's a lifestyle choice. It's part of our ritual of giving sacrifices to the gods. You can't. It's illegal. So therefore, since this is illegal, why is it that you can do it? How are you getting away with it? You obviously have a television show promoting it. How is that possible? It's a very legit question. Couldn't give an answer. Or he just gave the wrong answer.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, and so it's really tough to prosecute love on that issue, I think.
It's really tough to prosecute love, I think. You don't even know. What are you talking about? They're not prosecuting love. They're prosecuting bigamy, which results in some harmful things that happen to people, but also cheating the government. It's a financial thing as well. You can't file a tax return and say you have 20 wives and then claim your family is so big that you're getting thousands back from the government. You just can't do it. It's just the law. Explain. We are not being bigamists. We are not claiming all these wives. These are spiritual wives and a legal wife. So we're not doing anything illegal. It's so simple if there was something in his head.
If I only had a brain.
Since Kody wasn't able to give a cohesive answer, and I think she was prepared with what he should have said as an answer, she's like, let me probe a little further here.
So you're not all legally married. You're
No.
only legally married to Mary.
Correct.
Your first wife, right?
That's right.
So the rest of you got married in a ceremony, a church type of ceremony?
Yeah, just a religious ceremony.
And that's okay with everybody?
Everybody
Everybody
meaning us?
Well,
Yeah,
let's
it's-
start with you.
Yeah.
You're okay with all of that? Because, I mean, legally, in a certain way, when you die, will she be the one who gets all your money?
Well, if she's fair, she'll divvy it out well.
Oh, if she's fair. Oh, yeah, that's not worth the paper it's not written on, Kody. Okay, you're not all worried. I'm just trying
honestly.
to. Okay.
No, we work together well.
So legally you have only one wife, correct? Yes. So if you legally only have one wife and you pass away, that means everything goes to you, right? Oh, is this not topical, people?
Oh, here we go.
We have been saying forever, Kody's name is on every parcel at Coyote Pass. When all the wives were still there, his name was on everything. When he dies, who does it go to? Robyn, as well as the 1 million house and the 4 acres of land that it's on. She gets it all, or at least half of the portion of the parcels that the other wives have, if they're still around at the time. Back when Mary presented to Christine and Janelle, I'm going to divorce Kody so he can marry Robyn and therefore adopt the children, Janelle was very concerned about that.
That's really, really beyond sweet of you. Really?
I noticed right off that Janelle was not saying anything.
When is this going to take place?
Tomorrow.
Seriously?
You guys need to know that that's what this is about. It's about the kids.
I never thought anything different.
It's
Absolutely.
just the kids. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Okay, sorry. Could you have waited till the first of the year? The taxes are now out there.
So,
I'm not going to comment on it. That's all I'm going to say. It's about the taxes.
Like I was just kind of swimming and I really just didn't know how to react. It just changes the fabric of reality. It changes the fabric of what is. Those kinds of things always make me start to question, well, with this shift, will things be the same for me? You know, I think when I said it's always been one way, it's just because I'd always been Mary with the legal marriage. And not that it really means that much, but it does hold sway in the distribution of assets if something were to happen to Kody. I mean, all these things. One thing I will say about Mary is she's always very honorable and she's very loyal.
Janelle said Mary is very loyal and very faithful and very fair. She always knew that Mary would do right by everybody. If Kody were to pass away, she would make sure everything was equally divided. And Janelle, back then, was concerned Robyn might not do the same. Foreshadowing. Do you remember in season 18 at the picnic table when Mary said, listen, now that Christina's gone, everybody has 4-acre lots. I just have 2, so shouldn't I get the 2 acres from Christine so that I will have 4 as well?
Okay, so you get 4, Robyn gets 4, so you guys get 8 together.
No, it's 2-acre lots,
Yeah.
2-acre lots,
Yeah, so-
and then 4-acre lots.
Right, so if you're getting 2 and 2, that's 4. This is just weird to me that you two get 8 together, 4 and 4. Janelle gets 4 and I get 2.
Kody says no, Robyn does not have her back.
Not a word. Not a word.
Not a word.
Robyn has her 4 acres. Kody has his 4 acres. Robyn basically has about 20 acres of land, really, because she's married to Kody. So when Mary, who's the fair one, points out, there's a discrepancy here. Everybody has 4 acres of land. I only have 2. So maybe I should get like the family land part, the 2 acres of that. Like, shouldn't I have 4? Robyn does not come to her defense. In fact, she doubles down. She doubles down and says, I have to protect myself because, like, what if I divorce him too?
The other thing is that you never know if Kody and I are going to stay together.
I mean, you never know what's going to happen.
We have no idea what the future holds. I'm not saying that Kody and I are going to really split up, but I mean, it's just like, I deserve my 4th too, is what my point is. No, my point is that my lot will eventually
I ain't even gonna, okay, I'm raising my, all right, here what
be passed down
Well,
to
that's for
my
you.
children.
Right.
His lots will be more about more of the children. That's how I see it. Is that how you see it?
Not really.
You know what it's time to do? Hit that like and subscribe button. There you go. Thanks so much. Well, if you divorce him too, look how much stuff you already have. You're going to make out like a bandit. Mary has nothing left to her name. Not from the family. She has Lizzie's B&B, which she paid 100% by herself.
When they called me over to tell me that we didn't have the funds in the family budget, it was pretty disappointing. You know, in the moment, I was kind of frustrated, kind of switched into the mode of, okay, well, I got to figure this out. I got to take care of it. I got to do something because I'm not letting the house go. So, I don't need your money. I have figured out another way. I mean, it was great to just tell them that I just didn't need their money because I could do it on my own. So that was good. Look, they have it broken down.
She's just going to pass that off to you.
Yeah, it's my job.
Make sure it's
30
done.
years of monthly payments. I will be older than my mom is now by the time I pay this off. How amazing. Well,
That huge house in Flagstaff, rental. Janelle's house in Flagstaff, rental. The only piece of possession that anyone has is the property at Coyote Pass. And it is not equally divided. And Robyn can't defend her bestie and say, yeah, you know what? That is right. She just keeps saying, well, I need to have what's mine. She didn't even want to take yours away from you, Robyn. Oh, that made me so angry. So angry. Janelle the prophetess. Spitting truth way back when.
You know, I have said to Kody several times, well, I'm not really quite sure how come we're not dividing this equally. You know what I mean? Well, he's like, well, you're going to still get your 4 acres. And I'm like, okay, but there's 14 acres. Like, I think it's time that we have a real appraisal and decide what the value is and what's fair for all 4 of us.
Concerned about Robyn making the proper decision when it came to money. I mean, let's face it. Robyn came into the family with nothing but debt, no money, and kept saying, I'm trying to find a job. I'm trying to find a job. I'm working to find a job. I'm trying to find a job. She's still looking. How many years later?
How do you support everybody?
Well, I actually don't. We all...
Everybody
we're all-
works?
Pretty much.
Three of us work right now. I'm looking for a job.
I mean, we were struggling to keep the roof over our own heads, and we were going to bring this person in and pay rent and groceries, and there was going to be no income coming in. I was worried. I am hopeful that Robyn will get a job. She has been looking. It's not for lack of looking. She has been looking. It's not for lack of looking.
It's been a decade. She's still looking for that elusive job. Nothing in Lehigh, Utah. There is nothing in Vegas. No, they're not employing anybody. No way you can find a job in Vegas. And apparently nothing in Flagstaff either.
I'm still searching.
Still unemployed. But still paying for a nanny.
It was really difficult for me when you got a babysitter. Because my first thought was, why aren't we good enough? It's like, why don't you trust me with your kids? Why wouldn't you ask me first? I didn't get it. Mindy is our niece. She has a teaching degree. She's trying to substitute teach and get a job here in Las Vegas.
It's a philanthropy.
6 years later.
Mindy is our niece. She's my sister's daughter, and she's been with us for 6 years. She won't move with us. It's been really, really hard, the idea of her not being with us. So yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do. Kody and I have a lot going on during the day. That's why I have a nanny, so that I can have her help me instead of trying to ask Kody to, help with the kids. It's not really fair of me to ask him to help when he has so many responsibilities and has such a big family.
Oh, how I could go off on a tangent here. I won't. I will stay focused. That's all I have for today. If you're going to do any Amazon shopping, click on the link down below before you do. I appreciate you for doing that. And make sure to like and subscribe to this video. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.